What up, Music Mob? It's your boy, Sonny Von Cleveland. I'm back. It's Tuesday. You know what that means. It's Baby Metal time. We hit 20K on the subs. And as promised, you got what you got coming. What I promised, man, it's here. The link is in the description for the entire Metrock concert reaction. Let me tell you what. Just finished it. It's such an amazing concert. You guys are going to want to go check that out. Literally was in tears half the time because it's just they're just an amazing band. And today we are watching here an unhelpful guide to baby metal as promised. So it's about 40 minutes, so you're gonna want to sit down, strap it in. What you think of the video? Let me know what you think of the content. Shout out to the Discord, SBC Music Mob, ADX Nation on deck. Shout out to the donators. Shout out to the Patreons. You are legendary dream builders. You keep the channel going and growing. I love y'all. Let's shoot to the dungeon now. Here we go. An unhelpful guide to baby metal. This one's for you because you guys are absolutely amazing. The one and the Baby Metal Army. You guys are absolutely amazing, and I love y'all so much. Thank you for everything. Thank you for the help. Thank you for the subs, the likes, the comments. You guys are just amazing. Let's check this out. And let's keep going. We're going for 30.
This is
30K.
My first time making a video like this, so I hope it goes well and is entertaining and educational lol. This is a mildly unhelpful, but also hopefully mildly helpful guide to
BabyMetal,
a J-pop metal fusion band formed in 2010 by Japanese company Amuse. Speaking of Amuse, they are notoriously quick with copyright claims, so I tried to keep everything concise enough to make it past them. Please cross your fingers they don't decide to claim this for literal seconds of songs. One thing I do need to say first, because it bothers me to no end, baby metal is one singular word. There is not a space in it. There has never been a space in it. I know it can be kind of confusing, since it's usually stylized with baby on top and metal below, but it really is one word. Anyway. That's enough for the intro. Ladies, non-binary folk, etc. Without further ado, let's get into it.
Let's do it. If you're sensitive to flashing lights, you probably shouldn't watch this. It features lots of clips from concerts. Also, the opinion of this is similar to slideshows from Tumblr or someone stolen, blah, blah, blah. And no, I don't want to hear your opinion on Tumblr. That's because I made those. I reuse some parts. Okay.
Before we get straight into baby metal, we need to get into their origins. The group started as a club, or subunit, of the J-pop group Sakura Gakuin, which has the school concept, and is meant to educate girls, to prepare them for the entertainment industry.
Nice.
The youngest in the group are 10, and once they reach 15, they graduate and move on to whatever they choose. Many go into acting or continue singing. There is even one graduate who does voice acting for Love Live. Side note, why does this robot man say Gakuin better than pretty much every non-Japanese person? Wow, a Japanese speaking icon. Although, it is really said like
Gakuin, thank you.
He did his best though. Okay, moving on. Because Sakura Gakuin is meant to be an idol school, there are various different clubs, or subunits, that members participate in. Baby Metal was formed as the Metal Club, and they originally debuted as a trio with one lead singer, or vocal and dance, as well as two sides, classified as Scream and Dance. The members are lead Su Metal, and sides Yui Metal, and Moa Metal. Some of the other units in the group include the cooking club Mini Patty, who released the absolute banger Chatti Curry, and the Baton Club Twinkle Stars, which both Yui and Moa were also a part of during their time in the group.
Really?
Sue however was only ever in the Metal Club, probably because, as the lead vocalist, she had the most parts. Now for some specifics. Baby metal is the originator of a metal subgenre referred to as kawaii metal, or cute metal, as it meshes the girl's J-pop background with a dark metal sound.
Kawaii metal.
Their producer, Koba Metal, formed the group as he had wanted to experiment with combining these two different genres together.
Did it with great success.
He chose each of the original three specifically. Sue was chosen for her strong vocals and powerful stage presence. Yui and Moa for their twin-like appearance, short statures, compatible voices, and unparalleled cute energy. Baby Metal debuted at Sakura Gakuin's first show on November 28, 2010 with their song Doki Doki Morning. They continued to perform only at SG shows for a few years, before announcing their first concert series in 2012, which would mark the first time they performed with their live band as well.
The Kami
This
band.
band is known as the Kami Band. They have a few musicians who switch out, but generally have had the same set, play with them, since 2012. And no, these aren't the only musicians who have played, or currently play with them, but these guys have done a huge bulk of Baby Metal's shows over the years, so I'm highlighting them. There are a few others sure, but these are the guys you will see the most. Also, it is important to note that Baby Metal was created so as to give girls and young women a group to look to for inspiration and relatable songs.
Absolutely.
The group is meant for women, so if any old metal dude tries to gatekeep the fandom because you're a young woman or you don't like metal, please remind them of this fact.
やっぱりベビーメタルの歌詞は結構私たちとか女の子が共感できる。
But you can't help it if you're a dude, because the metal is amazing.
歌いやすいし、あとはそういう意味でもメタルとかを知らない女の子とかにもたくさん聴いてもらえてるんじゃないかなって思ってます。
The group really was meant as just a subunit in SG, but ended up continuing on despite the graduation concept as Baby Metal's popularity and committed fan base gave Muse a reason to keep the group together, even as each of the girls graduated from Sakura Gakuin. So, even though Sue graduated 2 years before the others, she stayed in the club, as did Moa and Yui once they graduated as well. Baby Metal performed as this trio for 7 years, but everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. Wait, no, not that. Everything did change, but we'll get to that. First, let's get to know the original three, the Holy Trinity, if you will.
Right.
Sue Metal, or Nakamoto Suzuka, was born on the 20th of December 1997. She is an absurdly talented and stable vocalist who literally never flubs singing live. We stan a queen. She started her career young, doing modeling and singing. She also went to an acting school in her native Hiroshima. In 2007, she signed with Muse, and originally debuted in a J-pop group called Karen Girls in 2008. The group only lasted about a year as it was formed to sing songs for an anime. During her pre-SG days, she also formed a duo with her older sister Himeka, who is a former member of J-pop group Najizaka 46.
Nice.
She ended up being chosen for Sakura Gakuin and eventually Baby Metal because, despite being tiny at the time, she caught producer Koba Metal's eye due to her strong presence and vocals.
She's a
now for some bits about lovely Queen Sue. She has the most lethal death glare of all time.
Yes, she does.
She is the tallest, but still very small, standing at about 5'1".
She's only 5'1".
It's great to meet you. You guys are awesome.
Let's make chocolate, okay? See you soon!
She is always very professional, and is an interview champ.
Yes, she
明
is.
日にライブを控えているので、すごく楽しみだし、またここに戻ってこれてすごく今幸せです。I was really nervous.
Definitely the
But
queen.
after a few songs, the audience is the hands in air and
Her English has gotten really good.
Yeah, I'm a really great time. It's a really good. We are very honored. At first, we are very nervous, but after a few songs, the audience react to our singing and dancing. They are doing the folk sign and singing along. It was great.
Her stage presence is truly something to behold. Watching her at any point is a treat. They have been singing some of their songs for nearly a decade, but you would never guess that watching Sue. She puts her all into every performance.
Yes, she does.
And is just amazing to watch.
Yes,
she is seriously one of those singers who sounds much better live every time. Her voice has matured a lot as well, and she has been able to portray more emotion with her voice. She has been sounding better and better recently, and I'm immensely proud.
Oh yeah, she's really grown into it, man, for real. All right, I hope that you guys aren't going to really go ham on the couple of second clips that they've got. Don't do that. In fact, I'm going to keep pausing these parts so that they don't, hopefully.
Tell me why you know that is the end of the
Pretty sure it's like a 3-second thing. It's just so insane how they do that, man. It's sad.
wars. Tell me why you know it's the truth.
On that note, I don't want to miss it, but I have to try to abide by the rules because I follow rules, unlike other people.
Here is a small voice comparison. She has a drastic on-off switch. In other words, she is the cutest queen, but she also eats men's souls for breakfast.
Yes, she does.
Amazing. Come. Definitely come.
Beyond amazing, man. For real.
Also,
What concert
she has
is
been
that, though? I
crucified
wanna
on
see
3
that,
separate
man.
occasions.
Yes, she has.
Is this important? Probably not. But I felt the overwhelming need to put it in anyway. So here you go.
She has been crucified. Come on with the audio though, man. I don't want to. Come on. Playing with fire. Dude, they're killing me, man. This guy is supposed to. What? Come on, bro. I need to see this concert, man. I need to know what concert this is, for real.
Anyway, Sue Metal is a queen deserving of all the love and respect in the world.
Indeed.
Next up, Yui Metal, or Mizuno
Oh,
Yui,
little
was
Yui.
born on the 20th of June 1999. You may hear her
Oh.
referred to as. She is known to be the best dancer of the group, and is referred to as the Angel of Dance. If you're looking to learn baby metal dances, you should definitely watch Yui Metal. Not only is she the best dancer, she is always very precise and accurate with the choreographers. She actually decided to be an idol after watching Karen Girls. Yes, the same group Sue started in. Yui literally saw Sue years before they would be in the same group together, and decided she wanted to be like her. That is so cute, I'm going to cry.
That's cool that she did
Also, Yui and Moa danced to a Karen Girls song for their entry exam into Sakura Gakuin. They also later performed
Really?
the same song together with Sue at a Baby Metal concert. We love a full
Really?
circle.
that. Yeah, it is kind of
She
cool,
is
man.
small and cute and very much
A
aware
whole
of both
full
of these
circle.
facts. Yui also looks like Squirtle, and has precious chubby cheeks. She is the most shy, and speaks only occasionally, i.e. when spoken to, in interviews. When she does speak, she is concise and factual.
And we challenge English. You are going to love it. 私たちベビーメタルにはキツネ様という神様が
Who is your favorite singer?
アリアナ・グランデ
Nice.
Of course. I love the UK.
Her main contribution to interviews is just Woo. Sue does most of the talking, Moa chimes in when needed, and Yui just says woo. Despite her quiet nature, she has monstrous stage presence, and is always
does.
killing it in live performances.
She kills it. Yui's a beast. It's sad that
Her
she's
nickname
not
is
here
Yui
anymore.
Bot, both because of her precision whilst doing choreography, as well as her lag, which is in reference to her tendency to fall asleep in interviews, as well as her slow reactions to things going on around her.
そんなことも気づかない
He tends to fall asleep. That's so cute.
If you really want her to talk, just ask her about tomatoes, which are her favorite food.
It says that your favorite food is tomatoes.
True.
And tomatoes, do you like eating tomatoes like just chomping into them like eating an apple, or do you just like tomatoes on things?
あ、そうかじって生で。
Yeah, eating it just like that?
姉ちゃんめっちゃ食べるの上手なんですよ、生の。
What a cutie.
He loves raw
Finally,
tomatoes.
BabyMetal,
Oh, this is
or
my favorite.
Kikuchi Moa.
This is my
She was
girl.
born on the 4th of July 1999.
July 4th,
American
nice.
Independence Who. I only know BabyMetal. She is an absolute angel in every possible way,
Yes, she
and
is.
puts out an obscene amount of love towards literally everyone, but mostly Sue. Her favorite pastimes include staring at Sue, making Sue laugh, smiling at Sue, and so on. She is often referred to as best metal, because she is a force on stage.
She absolutely is a force on stage. Look at that look. Hold it. That is probably my absolute favorite Moa Metal moment. This moment right here. That look right there. That girl came into her own right there. And I absolutely adore this girl. She is by far my favorite in Baby Metal. And she's probably my favorite female performer. I love Moa Metal.
She eats a lot and literally never shuts up about food. If there is an interview going on, Moa will, without fail, bring up food in some way.
はい、アメリカのまず最初に楽しみなのはアメリカの食べ物です。ミルク、ホワイト。
Or do you just binge on pizza the whole time?
I'm hungry. I want to eat fried chicken. And I ate delicious cheesecake. Soon be 20. When we go abroad, I try to eat something specific about that area. Nice.
Despite her love of food, she is the smallest small. She claims she isn't small, but she is in fact very small indeed.
She seems very small.
She is literally like 4'10", but in true short person form, she insists that she is not small. But she is.
テニス部に入りたいなと思ってます。
なんで
ちっちゃい頃、小2から小4かな。
ちっちゃい頃今もちっちゃい
ないですよ。
そうやね
Not small. Not small.
ごめんごめん
Despite smallness, she is crazily buff. Like. Her biceps are huge. Buff mower, buff mower, buff mower, buff mower, buff mower, buff mower,
She's in
buff
shape.
mower, buff mower, buff mower, buff. She also has dimples
She
and
does
the
have
cutest
dimples.
smile. She is a very loving and emotional person. She cries a lot, and always speaks of her friends and bandmates with the utmost love and respect.
No doubt.
While Yui may be the best dancer, Moa is definitely the best at crowd interaction. She is a very entertaining performer who is always playing off the energy of the crowd.
That's one thing I love
If you
about
want
her.
someone in Baby Metal to acknowledge your existence, especially if you're a girl, get in front of Moa.
No
She is
doubt.
known for eye contact with younger women in the crowds. She loves to have fun too.
She
and
likes
she engages
to
in
she likes to inspire, and that's one of the beautiful things about her. She tries to inspire the other females that are watching her, and that's an amazing thing. I love Moa.
copious amounts of on-stage antics. What a sweet bub. Black Baby Metal, a subunit of sorts consisting of Yui and Moa, whereas Su had solo songs on their first two albums.
Really?
Yui and Moa had
I
Black
didn't know
Baby
that.
Metal songs together.
What?
Name a more iconic duo. I'll wait. They have arguably the most metal song in their discography, i.e. Seize Anger, the jam to
Really?
end all jams. They have an
I
adorable
did not
friendship
know
and their
that.
songs are all really fun and catchy. And because they are the same age, and were very small for the bulk of their time in SG, they were always paired up together.
Really?
So yeah, Black Baby Metal is great, and have some amazing performances.
I never knew Black
Also,
Baby
this is
Metal was a
irrelevant,
thing.
but I was lucky enough to hear a Black Baby Metal song live at my first show. It's a shame they don't perform their songs anymore, but more on that later.
No doubt.
Now
I'm
for
gonna have
some
to look
lore.
into some of that.
Baby Metal have a lot of mystic stuff surrounding them. Why?
The Fox
Well,
God.
honestly, so Koba can keep info from fans. But also to give the girls privacy, so it's okay I guess, especially because the girls started so young and J-pop fans are immensely creepy. The
Names
main
can be
lore
creepy.
is the Fox God, or Kitsune-sama. Essentially, they claim to receive instructions from a metal entity known as the Fox God. It's weird, okay, I know, but we just roll with it at this point.
Hey, I mean,
You will hear them
that's
say
what
only
they
the
do.
Fox God knows in interviews a lot, especially in the early days, as a way of not having to answer certain questions.
Good move.
Yes,
Only
it
the
had a
Fox
lot to
God
do
knows.
with their minimal English for sure, but it was definitely used more often than really necessary.
Only the Fox God knows.
That's right.
Secret.
Can't tell you about the Fox
Only
God.
the Fox God knows.
Nowadays they are pretty self-aware, and generally use it more as a joke than anything.
Only the Fox God knows.
This is a great answer.
But you will see foxes everywhere when Baby Metal is involved.
No doubt.
They are literally featured in some way, shape and form in all of their shows, merch, and so forth.
Oh, that's sweet.
Seriously. Foxes are their most consistent symbol. It's what they make with their hands too, as opposed to the sign of the devil usually shown in metal. They have some shows with the most extravagant fox designs ever. I mean,
Wow.
hello? Amazing.
Wow.
Okay, so this isn't necessarily lore, but I couldn't decide where else to put it, so it's going here. When they introduce themselves they say Baby Metal Death, as well as death after their names. This is just a play on desa, i.e. saying who you are in Japanese, but mispronouncing it's likely to have a cute, but metal way of introducing themselves. There is also the song Baby Metal Death, that they would always start shows with in the past.
スーメタルです。ユーメタルです。モアメタルです。We are Baby Metal.
Also
Love
not
it.
lore, and I even forgot to put it in the slideshow, but they refer to their fans as the One. So if you see anything about the One that means you, lol.
We called the one. The one.
Oh, so all of them together are the one.
The one, baby.
All right.
We
They
are
also
the
have a
one.
lot of lore that relates to light and dark. This mainly has to do with their opposing sides of cute and metal, and is mostly shown in more recent shows, and on their most recent album. Essentially, Legend S starts off stating a new legend has arrived with light. Later on, they have a show titled Dark Night Carnival. Therefore, we have both a light show, and a dark show. The light comes from hope, whereas the dark is fear. The fox god is said to send a beam of light that leads to a goddess who must sacrifice herself to the light, in order to be reborn as a new messiah. After this death, she flies off so as to use her voice, to put lights in the
That's where we
sky in
get
the
the
form of
crucifixions
stars.
from. Nice.
These stars shine down on the people, who become the one. Light and dark are opposites, and cannot exist without each other. And when light and
True.
dark intersect, a strange dimension known as the Metal Galaxy forms. This is where the Chosen Seven come in. They are the figures in the Distortion music video, and are related to a comic released, Apocrypha, fictionally telling how Baby Metal came to be.
Really?
So, there are said to be 7 metal spirits that transcended space to the Metal Galaxy, which is the only place they can be seen and revealed as the Chosen Seven.
Really?
They were led by an invisible force to this dimension, known as the Metal Galaxy, which is formed when light and dark intersect. So all of that leads us to the Metal Galaxy, which is the concept for their third and most recent album. We love a space theme.
That's what we're doing next.
So essentially,
Metal
due to
Galaxy.
the Fox God's divine intervention,
30,000.
metal spirits were sent
We're gonna
out,
do the
some
whole
of which
Metal
found their way
Galaxy.
to Baby Metal, and with this meeting, they made an odyssey to the Metal Galaxy.
Whether this encounter was by accident or by fate, no one will ever know for certain.
Only the Fox God knows.
All happens in the name of the Fox God.
So from 2010 up until 2017, Baby Metal performed as a trio at countless Japanese shows, eventually branching out to different areas around the world. Their popularity really soared in 2014 with the release of meme hit Give Me Chocolate.
Give me chocolate.
With the success of this song, they were able to branch out even more and go on world tours. During this time they released 2 albums, Baby Metal in 2014 and Metal Resistance in 2016. The Metal Resistance tour kicked off with a headlining show at Wembley Arena in London and finished with 2 shows at Tokyo Dome, their biggest crowds yet. And now the calm before the storm. In 2017, Baby Metal held a concert series in Japan, known as the 5 Fox Festival. As the name suggests, there were 5 festivals, ending with the Big Fox Festival shows in October. It was unknown at the time obviously, but the Big Fox Festival would mark the last time Baby Metal performed as their original 3. December 2017 would be when Su Metal turned 20, and so 2 shows were scheduled to celebrate this big event. The shows would be known as Legend S, or Baptism XX, to honor Su's big day. It was announced just before the show that Yui Metal had been advised by her doctor not to perform due to her poor health. However, the show must go on and all that, so Baby Metal performed as a duo of Moa and Su. This was the first time the group had ever performed without a member. Yui's spot was empty, and the choreo was clearly the same as it had always been, just sans Yui. Moa only did her lines in the songs, and the crowd helped sing Yui's.
That's awesome.
Part of the statement about Yui reads, quote, Yui Metal is unfortunately not feeling well, and doctors have suggested that it is in her best interest not to perform. We regret to inform this unfortunate news and truly apologize in advance. We considered cancelling, but came to a final conclusion to hold these performances as scheduled, end quote. Please take note of the truly apologize, and, in advance bits, as I have a lot to say about them in a moment. Legend S ended, and fans assumed everything would be back to normal once the girls performed again. But unfortunately, something happened before any new shows arose. 2018 began with a tragedy, as Mikio, one of the guitarists in the Kami band, fell from an observation tower while stargazing.
I actually
He
watched
passed away as a result from his injuries on January 5th.
To this.
Baby Metal's song Starlight is considered to be a tribute to Mikio. And thus, we have arrived in the year of hell, that was 2018. The new year did bring news of a new world tour, to being in Kansas City, Missouri in the US in May. Fans just assumed Yui would be back and performing with the others as no announcement was made otherwise. Remember that bit I said to take note of? Here's where it's relevant again. So it wasn't announced until after that Kansas City show, that Yui was still on a health hiatus and would not participate in the tour at all. I was actually at this infamous Kansas City show.
Oh wow. You caught the show, man.
It was dead ass my first Baby Metal show ever, woo, and I can attest to the fact that the atmosphere was weird. No one had any idea that everything would be so different. They wanted fans to know about the change for Legend S, but decided to just leave us all confused as all hell trying to figure out what was going on. Unlike Legend S, the formations for choreography had changed, with Su and Moa switching back and forth with one in front of the other, and Moa had begun singing all of Yui's parts as well. They were also joined on stage by numerous backup dancers. Don't get me wrong, it was still an amazing show, and Su and Moa deserve all the respect in the world for working as hard as they have to keep Baby Metal going, and keeping their energy the same as ever despite the circumstances. I still don't understand why Koba, or whoever, just abandoned the girls like that. Cobra Metal.
Was a war criminal.
They really just threw them out there to a confused crowd, and for what? They were terrified. Sue has literally said how scared they were for this show too, stating that she was afraid they would get booed or have things thrown at them, which is immensely sad.
No.
Fans reacted so poorly to Yui being missing, just for the Legend S shows, that they had genuine fear they would not be accepted without her. If you were the type to leave annoying comments on social media demanding to know where Yui was, I hope you feel like shit. Okay. Moving on. The tour continued, and while there was some anger and confusion still, it ended up going as well as it could. With the conclusion of this tour, there was a show announced for October in Japan called Dark Knight Carnival. But just before this show was to take place, we got the announcement most of us assumed was coming. On October 19, 2018, Yui Metal officially withdrew from Baby Metal, citing her continued health problems as the reason. At this point, it had been a full year since she had last performed with the group. That same day, Starlight was released as a single, and again, many fans believe it to be a tribute to Mikio and maybe even Yui also. I hope all the people crying in the comments on Instagram about Yui being gone, or where's Yui know, that she cited the fact that she wasn't able to recover fast.
Back and forth things about Yui. A lot of people were upset, but then there's a lot of people that understand, like, health is important. Like, I mean, I understand how important this can be to fans and especially to performing artists, but your health has to come first. And so she had to do what she had to do, man.
Fast enough as part of what 18 was proving to be chaotic as all hell, and would be remembered as the end of an era. But everything ends, time keeps moving forward, and so must we. So now on to the new era.
Now we're into the new era.
Dark Knight Carnival, Baby Metal's first show as a duo. This show is tied heavily with The Chosen 7, which is why Moa and Sue appeared on stage with 5 dancers. It was also the first foray into the dark side of Baby Metal. Whereas Legend S was the light, Dark Knight Carnival is the opposite, the dark. Which, as we remember, are both needed in order for the Metal Galaxy to appear. This dark side also gave us a completely new look for the girls in terms of styling. Old dudes who complained about this superior look are weak, and will not survive the winter.
Right, anyway, what's wrong with this look? This
one
look
of the backup
is
dancers for this show is Saya, who would go on to fill in Yui's old spot during shows in Southeast Asia and Australia. Way too many old dudes were also really mean to Saya for no reason other than she was in Yui's old spot. Saya, being 18 at the time.
This looks awesome.
The nerve of this fandom sometimes. Stop insulting young women.
And don't make me tell you
don't piss Sue off.
But, because these shows were after Yui's official departure.
Sue can literally burn your soul by looking at you.
They could definitively put someone in her spot as opposed to the US tour, when they reformed the Korea, to not look like someone else was where she should be. Saya was only the first to fill that spot. But for a while, several months in fact, there was nothing going on. And then, a new album was announced, to be released at some point in the year. Also, 4 new shows were set for June and July 2019 in Japan. Awakens the Sun Also Rises, and Arises Beyond the Moon, which would serve as Legend M for Moa's 20th birthday. And with these shows, we were propelled into the real new era of Baby Metal.
20.
To support Sue Metal and Moa Metal, 3 brave Avengers were summoned by the Fox God. Today, one out of these 3 chosen dancers
Kano Metal, right?
Selected. But who will be summoned is something only the Fox God knows.
There were now going to be 3 backup dancers who would switch out in the 3rd spot. Their names were never actually announced or anything like that. It was fans at the shows who figured out who they were, and let all of us know. The Avengers never have mics, they just dance. And they are in fact considered new members in a way, especially considering Sue and Moa have spoken about them in interviews.
About this new addition to Baby Metal.
They are the Avengers.
The Avengers.
You know, yes. And chosen by the Fox God.
Right.
はい、彼女たちが加わってくれることによって、本当にベビーメタルに新しい風が吹いていて、 本当に毎回の公演で影響を受けていて、私たちも成長できていたらいいなと思うので、私たちの姿をこれからもたくさんの人に見ていただけたらいいなと思ってるので、ぜひライブに来てください。
So, who are they? Day 1 of the Sun Also Rises show gave us our first Avenger, Riho. Day 2, our second Avenger, Kano. And
Kano.
finally, Super Slipper Festival in Taiwan gave us our third Avenger, Momoko. Now let's get to know these three. First up, Riho Metal, or Sayashi Riho. She was born on the 28th of May 1998. She is a former ace of the J-pop group Morning Musume, and is known to be a really good dancer. The general reaction to her performing with Baby Metal has been given her status as a J-pop icon. She graduated from Morning Musume in December 2015, in order to focus on other things outside of the limelight. She has been the Avenger at quite a few shows so far, including multiple in Japan, Glastonbury Festival in the UK, Brixton in the UK, numerous shows on the US and Europe legs of the Metal Galaxy World Tour,
How
as
awesome
well as
is
the
that
Forum
though
show
for
in
these
LA.
girls to be able to come in and
Despite
perform with
being an
Baby Metal?
incredible dancer, she is very clumsy. She is also a ball of chaos.
Clumsy and chaotic. She's a performer and an entertainer. You gotta love that.
Her laugh is great, and it amuses me immensely.
She does have a good laugh. That's a cute laugh.
She is also a really charismatic performer on top of being a great dancer, and she makes sure you never forget she is, and always will be an ace. She's also small. I feel like that's just a Baby Metal
small.
requirement at this point.
Could be a Baby Metal
because
requirement.
she's like
that you're
lower
small.
levels of small. One more thing, remember how I said Sue was in an acting school in Hiroshima back in the day? Well, guess who was in her class and even performed together with her? Next up is little Baby Kano, or Kano Metal,
Kano's
or
the one that made
Fujihira
it,
Kano.
right? Kano's the full-time
She is the
one,
youngest and her birthday is the 28th of August 2004.
That's
She is
almost
the current
here.
student council president of Sakura Gakuin, which, side note, is a position that both Sue and Moa held back in the day. She is the Avenger in the Papaya, Elevator Girl, and Shanty 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 music videos. She has only done shows in Japan, though, and did not participate in the Metal Galaxy World Tour. She is, and I mean this in the kindest way possible, a very strange child.
去年何位でしたか？
正解です。イエーイ。イエーイ。イエーイ。いいのちょうだい。変な人。
Kano performed Give Me Chocolate at a Sakura Gakuin show as part of a unit shuffle. She was in Moa's spot. As a result, we have her saying, yet another small. However,
She's smaller than
considering she's
Moa.
an actual child, maybe she will be less small in the future. But for now, she is very very small. She is also in a somewhat new Amuse unit called at 1-5, so she is one busy bean.
Yes, she is.
This could also be part of why she isn't touring. And finally, Momoko Metal, or Akazuki Momoko. She was born on the 3rd of March 2003, and is a former member of Sakura Gakuin. She graduated from
Yeah,
the
a lot
group in
of them are members of
2018,
SG.
and had been doing musicals.
Oh, that's cute.
She has been the Avenger as much as Riho, with numerous shows in Japan, Super Slipper in Taiwan, shows in the Metal Galaxy World Tour in the US and Europe, as well as the Forum show.
It's got to
She
be
is
such an
literally the
honor for these girls,
smiliest,
man.
happiest bub. Even happier than Moa, and that's saying a lot. Metal or whatever, I'll just smile. She is the
She's just
tallest
so
baby
happy
metal
to be
member
there,
now,
though, right?
which isn't really saying much, but she is a teeny bit taller than Sue. She is just out there living her best life and I appreciate it
no doubt.
immensely.
She's killing it. You gotta give it up for her.
She and Kano were in Sakura Gakuin together,
See?
and she was in Mini Patty, and wore the
A lot
yellow
of them were in
bandana,
the
which was worn by Yui during her Mini
Sakura
Patty days.
Gakuin.
The Avengers are all talented and wonderful, so I better not see anyone comparing them to each other or Yui, as comparisons are not at all necessary. They are all great in their own right and do not deserve to be compared for petty nonsensical reasons.
Truth.
But yeah, for now it seems we will have all three continue to switch out. At recent Japan shows, all three were on stage together with Moa and Sue.
You gotta love the way that they do that, because it's like you're giving these girls a chance to experience baby metal from a performer's perspective. You gotta love that, man. That's gotta build up so much confidence for these girls to go into the future with. You know what I mean? Even if they don't become like full-time members, the fact that Baby Metal did that, even Amuse, as much as, you know, Amuse, you guys are kind of assholes about this thing, but you got to respect the opportunity that they provide these young ladies, man. I respect it.
So that's pretty cool as well. Nothing keeps me up at night more than thinking about how young Kano and Momoko are, and how many creepy middle-aged men follow Baby Metal.
I can't protect them.
But yeah,
There's a whole
now
lot.
we are up to 2019. With the Avengers in tow, Baby Metal embarked on a new world tour to promote their third album, Metal Galaxy.
Who the fuck is this?
The album was announced to be released in October, the same
They got
day
that
as a headlining
Sabaton
arena
monster
show in May of
Joachim
the
in there.
Forum. The US leg began before the album release, which was a dumb decision, but dumb decisions just seem to be Amuse's MO at this point.
Amuse does
Riho
make
and
some dumb
Momoko,
decisions.
as mentioned, did the entire tour. They would do smaller shows by themselves as the Avenger, but for the Forum, they both participated, just switching out every few songs. This formula, of having multiple Avengers for bigger shows, has carried on to the recent Japanese shows. This November 2020 will be Baby Metal's 10th anniversary, and therefore something big will likely be happening. Some people think they'll add in a member permanently. Maybe they'll bring back Baby Metal Death, as it is a song used to introduce themselves, and since Yui is gone, they will add in the Avengers, just one, or maybe all three. Honestly, who knows?
That could be interesting. Only the Fox
And
God
with
knows.
that, we are caught up to where Baby Metal currently is. I hope you learned something about Baby Metal
Baby
and
Metal
enjoyed
crack
the video.
and funny moments.
It turned out way longer than I anticipated. My bad. Anyway. Kitsune's up.
See you.
Oh hey.
Okay, so we got all the way caught up on everything Baby Metal. I'm very appreciative of this one. Shout out to Demon for sending me the link because I got all the way caught up on this. And I absolutely love Baby Metal. Guys, go down here, check that link out, run over and watch the Metrock concert. It's absolutely amazing. There was so much fun, energy, laughter, tears, everything involved. And I hope you guys were able to stick through this whole thing with me. It's a pretty long video, but you guys are absolutely amazing. The one, all Baby Metal fans that have came in and supported, thank you so much. I can't tell you how much it means to me, and I look forward to what the future holds for you, me, and Baby Metal together. We're going to keep it going as long as we can, man. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Remember to follow me on social media. Check out the merchandise, check out the links, and check out the Wizio. If you want your own Baby Metal reaction video to any Baby Metal song, right here's where you can get it. Any song they have, any video they have, you want your own, it'll come directly to you right here. Link is in the description. Check out my Wizio page. You guys are awesome. I'll see you guys soon. Love y'all, man. 30,000, we're doing the Metal Galaxy show. See ya!